We'll quickly move into look at what are some challenges when you start with a legacy application, and legacy application brings you its own challenges because you already have a lot of test cases. You already don't have automation around that. So we will not be again going deep into that, but some of the strategy that I would suggest is you should start by looking at refactoring your test. Remember, it's not only the code which becomes obsolete over a period of time. The test also becomes obsolete over a period of time. You might have even a repetitive test. So you should look at review your test cases and being able to eliminate which are repetitive, which are obsolete, and being able to make sure that your tests are up to date and being able to meet. Again, you don't have to go with a big upfront strategy. You've been able to look at where the changes are happening, and over a period of time you can improve the quality of your test. One another strategy that would work for you in this scenario is risk-based testing. Risk-based testing is being able to look at the various different workflows and being able to prioritize based on the risk and based on what the customer thinks is important. So if you have already been able to identify the various different scenarios, when you plan for testing, you will be able to focus on the most important thing. So having a risk-based testing, if you are moving into an agile where you have a shorter iteration and have a huge legacy test base, will really help you to kind of make things move faster, or at least focus on the areas which really require your attention. Again, automation, whether you are a legacy, whether you are testing a legacy application or a new active development application, is a must. But when you are approaching automation from a legacy perspective, one thing that you need to kind of keep in mind is not to go for a big upfront automation. What I would suggest is you use your RBT and leverage your RBT to be able to identify where you need to start on automating so that you get maximum value out of your automation. So when you do automation, when you are doing automation based on the risk-based test that you have built, you will be able to get maximum value and early feedback on the features which matters most. So we covered the all 4 testing quadrant which you can use, and the various strategies that you will be able to use when you approach the testing from an agile perspective, and how your approach is going to help you to ensure that you will get the quality which the customer needs, and you will be able to provide the support the team expecting, as well as increase the value from a user's perspective or from a customer's perspective. And if it's a legacy application, you might slightly need a different approach, where you might not be able to get the automation from day one. So you might have to start from again baby steps, where you identify the most critical scenarios, come up with something like as an RBT, make sure that your test star doesn't have anything which is obsolete, and being able to start your automation based on what's adding value. So that's about my presentation. Aradhana, I don't know whether I have time for the questions. Can I take some questions now? How should we go about it?
Yes, first of all, thanks for the insightful presentation today. I request you to take up the questions. So you need to read out the questions and their answers so that all our users may listen to the insights. Are you able to access the questions doc?
Yeah, I'm just going through the questions now.
Okay, and you have about 5 to 6 minutes. You can take up as many questions as you want right now. So you need to be a little quick, I guess.
Okay. So I will first read out the question from Ravi Sundararaman. The question is, as an agile tester, what additional skills he/she has to acquire when we